allowing Pervaneki to do a lot of the work in this contest. Monte pushes him away with that right hand, but there's no zip behind it. That was a looping right hand, just missed by a fraction. In again. Clash of heads. They rub heads together in clumps. A lot of punches been thrown. Very few of them getting through. There's not very much between these two boys, but it's a scrambling contest. Each one relying a little bit too much on a lucky blow. That was a nice right-hand lead there for Monte. That's the sort of punch you should have been throwing all the time. One minute to go in this last round. Monte tiring. That was a good one from Monte, but the pole comes fighting back. And again, Monte got through with a good one. He's beginning to find his range a little bit better now, but time is running out. Less than half a minute to go in the last round. There's a good one from Monte. That was a good one. Best punch he scored so far, so he's going to finish well. Has he left it too late? Again he lets go, and the crowd coming to life for the first time in this contest. Tries again, but there's the bell.
Center of the ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that contest by a majority decision, Monte.
Jim Monte on our left. Finn from Waterford. Finn crowding his man. Fairly heavy puncher, Finn. Oh, he hasn't got an awful lot of experience with boxers of Montague's caliber. Montague picks him off nicely with a sharp right hand. Tries it again, but misses. Finn gets under it this time. Montague again, picking those punches off nicely at long range. And again, makes Finn miss and counters nicely with a sharp right. Referee's coming in and stopping to have a look there. There's a slight cut on Finn's eye. He's calling over the doctor to have a look. Doesn't look too bad from here, but it could be very close to the eye. And Finn himself won his way to the semi-finals on a cut eye when his opponent, Paul Carson, got a cut eye. The referee says box on. Montague, the more accurate of the two. Finn in a bit of trouble now in this first round. He's game, he's crowding his man, but he's not as accurate. There's that right hand again. It's a good, solid right hand of Montague's. Finn slowing up. Energy been soaked out of him with that right hand. Finn's timing now beginning to go at the end of the first round. Nicky Finn, route to mark, coming up for the second row.
Jim Montague. Finn putting everything he has into it.
After having a fairly rough passage in the first round. Lands a big right hand, but he hasn't got an awful lot of power behind him. Montague backs off. That's a fairly sharp one. Nice left hand again there from Montague. By far the better puncher, Montague.
Runde 2, möglichste Round 2.
Well, here we see the Irish light welterweight Jim Montague, the bus conductor from Belfast, boxing southpaw, against number 172, the light-vested Vakil Monfred from Iran. Now then, can Montague keep up the success of the Irish team? They've had 3 men up so far, all winners. Neil McLaughlin, Christy Elliott, and Mick Dowling. 4, in fact, John Rogers as well. So a complete success at the moment for Ireland. And now Montague trying to maintain the record. Second round. Boxing here for a place in the last 16 of the light welters. That's the 10-stone division. And these are the first 2 men up in the light welterweight division. There were exactly 32 entries, so there didn't have to be any buys. And this is the first time the weight has been boxed in these Olympic Games of 72. So they're the first pair at the head of the draw. Vakil Monfred, the Iranian, is 25 years old, and Montague, or as we would say in England, Montague, is 22, from the Star Belfast Amateur Boxing Club. Montague is the 1972 Ulster light welterweight champion, and he's been runner-up in the Irish Championship for the last 2 years. Slightly built Montague, looking very frail indeed compared with the rather muscular Iranian, but certainly not short on anything else in the way of boxing. Useful body punches there by Montague, getting him through, knowing more about the infighting. Oh, yes. What a good punch. That followed up that little bout of infighting. He weakened the man with that and then caught him with that one. And the Iranian looks up at the clock above him, trying to see how long he's got to survive this second round. And it's something like 30 seconds or a bit less, 20 seconds now. And it's all getting a bit desperate for Vakil Monfred. And Ireland are on their way to another success. Closing seconds. Montague now trying to beat the clock so they don't have to come out for the third. And he has made it. They will come out for the third. Brilliant bit of boxing there by Jim Montague, the 22-year-old Belfast boy, who put in a good series of combination punches inside to the body, stepped back and then followed it up with a really good punch to the chin, and had Vakil Monfred in all sorts of trouble. So Jim Montague of Ireland absolutely on top, and success now within his grasp against Vakil Monfred of Iran. Belfast southpaw, number 165. Presumably now will try to seek an inside the distance win. Oh, there's a right hand. Very nearly put him on the floor. Another standing count.
6, 7, 8, box.
Monte now really putting the punches in with all his weight behind them. Monte holds a decision over Britain's entry at this weight, Graham Mountain, and they're in the same half of the draw.
Box.
Monte's right hand every now and again really does take all the steam out of the Iranian. Back of the neck.
Box.
And Monfred standing up to this extremely gallantly. Polish referee, Mr. Idziak, will be looking towards the Iranian, I would think, wondering whether he should allow him to take very much more. And that is it, in fact. Not surprisingly, the contest is stopped in the last round. And Jim Monte, the 22-year-old Belfast bus conductor, the Ulster champion of 1972, comes up for his first bout in Munich and wins it handsomely against Monfred of Iran and goes through to the last 16 of the light welterweights.
Tacoma, Washington, where there are so many fine young amateur fighters. Actually, 5 fighters from Tacoma were in the Olympic trials. Sugar Ray, that's the way to do it, with that right. Lead with that right and keep the opponent off balance and away. We have little more than a minute remaining in this bout. Light welterweight bout, remember. Seconds tick away. This has been highly interesting performance by Sugar Ray Seals. Our fighters, who have been so disturbed by so many decisions rendered by the judges here, are determined to try and win every one big, to leave no doubt of superiority. We're in the final seconds of this fight. Sugar Ray with that quick jabbing right. And that's how the judges love that. The end of the bout. And it's a happy Sugar Ray Seals. Shook the hand of the Irish coach. Jimmy Montague was over, shaking the hand of Coach Bobby Lewis of the United States, and we await the decision. Here's the familiar scene in the Olympic Boxing Hall. Awaiting the decision to the left of your screen, Sugar Ray Seals of the United States, Jimmy Montague of Ireland in the green. And Sugar Ray Seals won it as expected. And that is the birthday present for Sugar Ray.